Ladies and gentlemen, welcome this morning to this joint briefing between the family of the late former President of the Republic of Zambia, President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, and the government of the Republic of Zambia. I present a statement on behalf of the family. The family of the former President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, who passed away in South Africa on the 5th of June 2025, wishes to announce that it has reached agreement with representatives of the government on the repatriation of the remains of the late former president, as well as his funeral and burial program. This follows the resolution of the impasse that had caused disagreement between the two parties. We wish to thank the former heads of state in the SADC region and head of state in the SADC region for their intervention in this matter. We also wish to thank the clergy that took time to engage for the final resolution in this matter. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be aware that in January this year, former President Lungu traveled to South Africa for medical review. Through the goodwill of well-wishers who also generously covered both his medical and living expenses until his demise. At no time did the administration take any interest in his well-being during his illness when he was alive. Former President Lungu's settled wishes were that in the event of his death, those who never showed any interest in his welfare while he was alive should not be allowed to pretend to be interested in his welfare in death. His specific wishes and those of the family are as follows. 1. His remains should be repatriated back home in the same manner he had traveled to South Africa, namely privately. Secondly, his body should lie instead at his personal residence in Chifwema area prior to burial. Thirdly, in the event that he was accorded state funeral, his successor should not be allowed to attend it. Fourth, residents of Eastern and Copperbelt provinces be accorded the opportunity to pay their last respects, as these are the places where he was born and grew up. And fifthly, that Archbishop Dr. Alik Banda be requested to preside over the church service that may be held in his honor. Following the former president's death, the family has been engaged in protracted negotiations with the Hichilema administration, which it requested to guarantee that the wishes of the former president will be honored. The negotiations were never about pending matters in court relating to any of the members of the family or associates of the former president. And I'm sure Secretary to the Cabinet may agree that that was never the discussion in those meetings, and that never even arose in our negotiations. The spirit of the discussions were to honor the wishes of President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, the family, and give the Zambian people an opportunity to mourn their leader with dignity. The state had previously refused to have the family repatriate the remains using a private charter. The state had also previously refused to have the body lay in state at his home for the period of the mourning. Instead, the state had required that the remains upon arrival would be taken to Mulungushi Conference Center to be received by President Hakainde Hichilema, and that the family found unacceptable, and hence the protracted negotiations. The two parties have since agreed to honoring the following undertakings, with each party giving and taking so that we could come to a common compromise. And the following has been the compromise. Number 1, that the body of the late President Lungu shall be transported together with the family from Lanseria Airport in South Africa to Zambia on Wednesday, 18th June 2025, using a private charter made available to the family by well-wishers. Secondly, that following the arrival and receipt of the body by family members in Lusaka, full military honors will be conducted at the Kenneth Kaunda International Airport, after which the body shall be taken to the funeral house in Chifwema, where it will lie instead. Thirdly, that the body of the late former president will be taken to Lungu'S International Conference Center on Thursday 19th June, Friday 20th June, and Saturday 21st June to enable members of the public to pay their last respects from 09 hours to 16 hours, after which it shall be returned on all days to the funeral house in Chifwema to lie instead. That the state funeral that will host foreign dignitaries shall be held at Lungu'S Conference Center on Sunday 22nd June, and the body of former President Lungu shall be taken to the venue and returned to Chifwema after the event, where it will lie instead. That a valedictory session will be held at the Supreme Court grounds in honor of former President Lungu, a lawyer by profession, on Monday, 23rd June, to be followed by a church service on the same day in the showgrounds in Lusaka, one that would be conducted by His Grace Archbishop Alik Banda. That the body of the late former president shall always lie instead at the funeral house in Chifwema and only be taken away for the above stated functions during the day, after which it shall be returned to the funeral house every day to lie instead at the conclusion of these events. That the body of the late president shall always be accompanied by a relative, the aide-de-camp, and the former president's personal physician. That the period of national mourning shall be extended, and that the two parties shall always consult and agree on who speaks at all events. And further, to avoid the confusion that has been ongoing relating to the Patriotic Front Party, that Honorable Given Lubinda will speak on behalf of the Patriotic Front Party. It is important to emphasize that the family is proceeding based on the guarantees given by the government of the Republic of Zambia that they will not deviate from our agreement or betray the trust of the family and the wishes of the former president. The family hopes that this outcome will bring this matter to a close and avoid further trauma to the family and millions of affected ordinary Zambians. We wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to the Zambian people at home and away who gave the late former president their love, both in life and in death. Your outpouring of love has strengthened us and lightened our burden. We would also like to thank the leadership and general membership of the Patriotic Front, Tonse Alliance partners for their undying support and loyalty to the late former president. We understand that the events of the preceding days and weeks have been difficult for many ordinary Zambians, and especially the supporters and political colleagues of the late former president. We apologize most sincerely for the inconvenience and pain that the protracted negotiations may have caused, but we were doing our best to honor the former president's personal wishes. We further regret that the desire to have the remains moved from Lusaka to Petauke, his home village, and Kitwe, a place where he grew up in, were not acceptable to the government, and thus urge all that would wish to pay their respect to make use of the 3 days of body viewing in Lusaka. We apologize that this will not happen, but can only urge government to reconsider that position. It is the hope of the family that the former president, President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, will be mourned with dignity, respect, and unity. We thank you for your understanding, and we hope that we can move on as one Zambia and one nation. Thank you.
Fellow countrymen and women, it is with heavy hearts, yet with profound respect, that we address the nation today. We wish to confirm that the arrangements for the repatriation and burial of our late sixth president, His Excellency Mr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, who passed away on June 5, 2025, at Mediclinic Mediforum Hospital in Pretoria, Republic of South Africa, have been concluded. I wish to put it on record that the government of the Republic of Zambia officially granted passage for the sixth president to come to South Africa for treatment. Professor Njovu, the official doctor of the late president, wrote to me as Secretary to Cabinet, informing us of the planned travel. I responded, Professor Njovu, that as a citizen of Zambia, any citizen traveling out of the country, the government of the Republic of Zambia provides support as long as treatment is outside the country. And I offered that we get Dr. Njovu and our Ministry of Health Permanent Secretary to discuss so that we could support the sixth president in his passage to South Africa. However, it is on record, Professor Njovu wrote back to me advising me that this was for my information and not for any support. So the passage was with the full knowledge of the government of the Republic of Zambia, and no officer was given any instruction to stand in the way of the coming of the president. Secondly, efforts were made, again these are on record, to support the president while he was in South Africa. However, with the history and the relationships, this did not come to pass. Now, in accordance with the family's wishes and the dignity befitting the service of the sixth president to our nation, a state funeral shall be held and shall be presided over by the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, culminating in the former president's burial on Monday, 23rd June 2025. The President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, has officially extended the mourning period by 9 days from today, the 15th of June 2025, to the 23rd June of 2025, the date of burial. Sorry. The government of the Republic of Zambia extends gratitude to all who have supported this process. Allow me to also thank Mr. Enoch Kavindeli, the former Vice President of the Republic of Zambia and head of the Zambian delegation, and Mr. Leslie Mbula, former Secretary to Cabinet and Deputy Head of the delegation, and His Royal Highness Chief Mumbi of Petauke. Allow me to also thank Mr. Makebi Zulu, the head of the family delegation, Mr. Richard Musukwa from the family, and other members of the negotiating teams. Further, the government sincerely thanks the government of South Africa for their assistance and cooperation in facilitating the medical care and repatriation process. Our appreciation also goes to the Zambian diplomatic mission in South Africa for their tireless efforts to the family of President Lungu. We are grateful for your strength and collaboration during this difficult time. Special gratitude goes to the Minister of Foreign Affairs from Zambia, who led the initial negotiations and came back to come and give us the support. Honorable Minister and your ministry, we are most grateful. Finally, we want to thank the Zambian people for your unity, compassion, and patience during this difficult time. Let us come together as one Zambia, one nation, to bid farewell to a leader who served our great country. May God bless the soul of President Edgar Chagwa Lungu, and may God bless the Republic of Zambia. We thank you. That officially marks the close of the press briefing. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you very much. You can still thank you.
Might have to do that.
Oh, you have to do it again? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. And the other one, again, the boss is waiting. In Samsung. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let me also. Yes.
Yes, yes, Honorable Minister. Pictures, yes, yes.
Thank you.
And come through for the group picture, our Minister. You can just join us. We can have a picture. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Join the picture. Your Royal Highness, join the picture.
Thank you. Yes, please join the picture. CD.
Use that.
Excellency. You want to wait for the CD as well? This side, please. This side. Yes, I always.
Special demand general.
General, so there.
You've been doing it.
Huh?
So you can balance it one day, one day. Okay. All right. Thank you.
See. Thanks a lot. No, thank you. Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, are you leaving now? Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Oh, so I'm still talking.
Just make sure that
Thank you so much.
we'll get from a different trip.
You buy from the airport.
Thank you so much.